Hello friends, today we are going to see how to do the surfacing for the given component that I am going to show you here. Today's objective of this video is to demonstrate the surfacing commands, the different surfacing commands, and also that how to do the thickness of the surface and how to make the surface model into a part model. So basically I'm going to start with the part model itself, that these are the component that we usually do in the part modeling, but I will try to do it in the surface modeling and try to represent it. You might have seen all the diagram that I have shown before in a PDF file. This will form the basis for your all imagination, like how you're going to proceed and how you're going to make the drawing. Now from my idea, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit to the base section first and then I'm going to build it up slowly. In surfacing, there is a one rule that you cannot make the things part by part. You need to make it in a single piece. The next thing what you need to choose is which plane to choose. So I'm going to take the front plane, that is XY plane. After going into the plane section, now I'm going to start with the base section. To create a base, I'm going to use the simple structure, that is the rectangle itself. As you have seen the dimension before, that it was length as 80 mm and the breadth was 10 mm. After doing all this, we can get the structure, that is the basic base structure. You might have also seen the chamfer which was done at the base, that was 45 degree. So I'm going to make a line and make the chamfer by drawing itself. Just going to use the simple sketch and going to make a line, then later on I will fix the dimension to the 45 degree on the both the sides. Guys, you are going to see the similar videos on the later section, so don't miss to subscribe my channel and also like this video. This rectangle section is now going to get extruded. The extrude command in this surface is a little bit different, that you will see it later as I will finish all the sketch. I need to make sure that all the things are symmetrical to each other so that there should not be any deviation. Sometimes you need to refer to the drawing very frequently so as to get the feel of it. I must warn you that it is totally different from the part modeling. In surface, you need to do everything by your own. Keep in mind that you cannot do some silly things such as fillet and then round. It's not possible here. What you need to do is you need to make it from the sketch itself, and later on you can extrude it. We have to remove all the lines that are coming in between the sketch, so that we need to make a single profile structure that can be extruded. Finally, we have got the required component by extrusion, so you can now visualize our product that we have seen in the drawing. The remaining part which is left is the that we may need to make it closed surface, also that we have a pipe-like structure at the top of it. Till this part it's all same and it is easy. The next part we are going to apply some of the logic that we have learned while doing the diagram. We can use the circle on the above part, and from there I am going to trim the excess part by putting the exact dimension of the circle, that is 20 radius. Before taking all this, I have took the XY plane, the front view exactly. From the front view, I have took the circle with the exact diameter. I'm going to take the radius as 20. Check out the constraints that I'm going to use. First constraint what I'm going to use is a coincide, so that it should not deviate from the center axis and it has to be in the middle itself. Carefully define the distance from the center to the base so that it should not get away from the exact location. After doing all this, we need a half section. So for that, I'm going to put one line that is basically a diameter in between the circle. You can visualize the object very clearly if I tilt it a little bit. This is just the simplest part. Now we need to do some complex sketching so that we can get our required product at the last. Consider one more circle that it has a radius of 10. Now this will give us the proper pipe-like structure. I am using the basic trim command so that I can remove out all the excess lines which were present as before. After considering to this, I am just left out with the sketch itself. For this, now I am going to extrude it till the last. Let me analyze the thing whether I have done it correctly. If there is some extrusion of the sketch outside, then it won't be like matching to the same length of what we have extruded before. Now is the time for the extrude command. You can see that I have used the extrude command and it's been extruded to the other direction. For this, what we need is we have to adjust the direction from where it was extruding. First, I will make the outer extrusion part. Then later I am going to fill it up from the behind. This is our project. This is our product what we have seen in the drawing itself. Later we are going to like fill it with the surface. Almost 80% work has been done. The later part is just to join it with the join command. I have to think like how I can make this product complete. I need to extrude a little part behind so that I can produce a pipe-like structure throughout. I'm going to sketch it out everything again. I'm going to put the required lines which were present. I'm going to do the 3D component. Hope you have observed everything what I have done regarding all the constraint and what all command I have used till now. I'm going to do the 3D component for only the upper part of the component that we have extruded before. If you try to use the 3D component for all the boundaries that we have used before, it won't be a good choice. So what we are going to do now is, as you can see that these all things have been extruded before only. So what we need is only the upper section. For the upper section only we need to extrude it. The rest of the thing is all unnecessary. We are going to omit the unnecessary things. Just trying to give you the idea like how it will happen if we do the everything at once. In such cases we need to only consider the things which can totally cover the component that we have done before. We need to keep another thing in the mind that any part of one section need to be open so that we can apply the other commands. Now at last I'm going to remove the things that I have done the 3D component which is unnecessary. You can see that I had kept only the upper part of the section so that while extruding it can give us the full film like structure. Now it's the magic time. Everything happens, then this will give us the total component that we wanted. Consider the thing that we need to extrude only the 30 mm behind. So we need to take the other direction and give the dimension as 30 mm. In the drawing you might have seen the 40 mm dissection, that 10 mm has been done already, the other 30 is remaining. At first it will try to give you the warning, but don't worry, just do it. Either you might have done the direction in opposite way, or either you might have done the direction in the other way. You need to just correct it by using the sense of the right direction and give the dimension appropriately. So finally it's been done. You can see that our extrusion has been made very clearly and it is coming up to the last surface. I can tilt the section for you so that you can view it very clearly from all the views. This is the thing what we wanted at last. Just the only thing remaining is we need to fill the behind structure. I'm going to fill the back and the front with the fill command. In the front it has to be behind the curve. I need to start from behind the curve and need to fill everything from the front, leaving apart the pipe-like structure that is been extruding out. Carefully select all the lines that are pertaining for the boundaries. If you will go eventually one by one, then you need to be consistent while choosing the sides, because if you try to omit one side, then it won't be a proper filling. It will give us the error command later. So you need to go consistently with adjacent sides and need to touch each and every corner. Don't worry, you will be knowing like whether you are going it correct way. It will show you repeatedly how you are filling it up. Don't stop doing it until it shows the blue color on its command center. Then you will going to finally realize that everything has been done properly. You can see the fill command exit. You can see finally the product has been made and it has been represented in front of you. Now the fill command has to be used for the front section. As I told you that I'm going to start it from the curve itself, from the bottommost curve, and then I'm going to fill it up. While doing the fill command, you might get into in between the sketches that you have done before. Try to make all the sketch hide so that we can choose the edges only. At first you will find that it is a bit complicated, but as soon you will get used to it, you will try to do everything in the surfacing itself. This is the similar thing that we have done for the back side. Just the thing is that we need to take the curve into consideration and use the other command as follows. Carefully select one by one edges without missing any of the spot so that it should not produce any discontinuity. After when this turns into red to blue, then it is a done and it is a closed path. Now you can go for the filling option. Check it once while if you haven't used any other edge so that it should not create a mishap later. Now it's looking all beautiful. This is the product what we wanted. I had kept one mouth of it as open. I will show you what for it is. Basically our motto is to produce a full part structure rather than producing just a sheet of it. So this is just a surface case for the part model. Now what we need to do is to switch from the surfacing to the part modeling. This is easy, just like how we used to start the part modeling. Before going to that section, just take a note of it like any of the section is not missing. Otherwise, if any one of the section is missing, then it won't create a full part as we want. There is one more thing that I forgot to tell you. Like after creating all the surfaces, these surfaces are independent to each other. They are not interlinked with any of them. So the one thing that we need to do before going into the part modeling, that we need to select all the faces and make it join in single piece. This very single piece will form the basis for the part modeling. You can either try to select all the surfaces individually, or you can go to the tree and try to select each and everything except the sketch. Remaining you can select everything. Not to forget about this fill, then this extrude command, then in between if you have done any of the joining command, after selecting each and everything you can just press the OK button. Now this will form the one single piece that will be represented in the join one. Go into the start, then go into the part modeling, then start with the part modeling. Here we can select for the command which is familiar to us. If you are having trouble in finding it out, you can see it in the surface thickness command. Here one you will get a thickness command, another will be the closed surface formation. This closed surface formation is nothing but it will give us the part model itself. Now you can see the surface product has been done into a part model. This yellow thing what you are seeing is a surface, nothing but a surface. Inside there will be a gray color structure, that is a part model. To check whether I told you everything correct, you just can do the height show for this join. This is the perfect thing that we wanted to have at last. Now there is one more command that was missing, is thickness command, surface thickness command. This thickness command I will try to show you. I will delete this one. Just uncheck the delete to the parent type, otherwise it will delete everything. See, I have done the same mistake. I need to call it again, and otherwise try to show and hide it. It will be there itself. Use the surface thickness command. One will be like too much thin. I will try to use the two so that it will be visible to you. Finally, we have done it. You can see that it has given the thickness to the surface, and this thickness will be uniform all over. I will hide that surface and you can see the end product what we have got. It's a smiley face, isn't it? Thanks for watching my video. I know you have liked this video, so please do subscribe my channel and wait for many such videos that are going to come in the later sections. Stay tuned and watch City Light.